Welcome back to Zodiac Legends, the myths, written in the stars. The podcast where we uncover the myths, legends, and cosmic histories hidden within the constellations. And today, we turn our attention to Libra, the celestial scales, the only inanimate symbol in the zodiac. At first glance, Libra may seem like a simple constellation, a quiet space between Virgo and Scorpius, but its history is anything but still. Libra's scales have weighed the fates of empires, measured the passage of time, and symbolized the delicate balance between light and darkness, justice and judgment, life and death. Was Libra truly created by the Romans, or did its scales exist long before in the celestial myths of Egypt and Babylonia? And why did the Greeks initially see only the claws of the scorpion instead of a separate sign? Let's unravel the mysteries of Libra, the balance that holds the heavens together. Libra, as we know it today, is simply a pair of scales. But this was not always the case. Ancient depictions often showed a figure, a god or goddess, holding the scales. So why did the human figure disappear? Some believe it was because of the transmission of astrology through the Arab world. In Islam, creating images of divine beings was considered unlawful. So only the scales remained. By the time astrology was reintroduced to Europe after the Dark Ages, Libra had already been transformed into the inanimate balance we know today. Yet despite its current form, Libra has always been tied to the divine. The hands that once held it have shaped civilizations and cosmic order alike. Interestingly, the Greeks did not originally recognize Libra as a separate constellation. Instead, it was part of Scorpius, known as Chele, the scorpion's claws. It was the Romans who split the sign, creating Libra. But why? Legend has it that in 46 BC, Julius Caesar, along with his scribe Flavius and the astronomer Sosigenes of Alexandria, designated Libra as its own sign. For the Romans, Libra was the embodiment of justice, balance, and order, values at the heart of their empire. The equinox once lay within Libra, making it a celestial marker of perfect balance between night and day. As Virgil wrote in Georgics, when Libra makes the hours of day and night equal, and now divides the globe in the middle between light and shades. Some say that Libra was introduced not for Caesar, but for Emperor Augustus as a sign of his divine right to rule. Medals were even struck, showing Augustus holding the scales of justice, an emperor weighing the fate of his people. But the Romans were not the first to associate the scales with justice. In Greek mythology, Libra was connected to Astrea, the goddess of justice and purity. She was often depicted holding a set of scales, symbolizing her role as the celestial judge of humanity. Even earlier, in Egypt, the scales belonged to Maat, the goddess of truth and cosmic order. In the Hall of Judgment, she weighed the hearts of the dead against a single feather. If a heart was too heavy with sin, the soul would be devoured by Amit, the devourer of the dead. To the Egyptians, Libra's presence in the sky ensured the stability of the universe, Maat's cosmic laws governing all of existence. While Rome formalized Libra, the concept of celestial scales existed long before. The Hebrews, Arabs, Assyrians, Persians, and the people of the Indus Valley all had depictions of the balance. The Persian name for Libra, Tara-Azuk, literally means the scales. and their zodiac showed a divine figure holding a balance in one hand and a lamb in the other. This lamb wasn't just a symbol of sacrifice, it was an ancient unit of weight, representing precise measurement. In China, Libra was originally associated with a crocodile or a dragon before evolving into Tianqing, the celestial balance, the fifth sign of their solar zodiac. It was also called Shou Xing, the star of longevity, reflecting a belief that balance was the key to a long life. In medieval times, Libra's connection to justice took on a darker meaning. The scorpion, Libra's celestial neighbor, rose in the twilight sky at the hottest time of the year, a time when plagues would sweep through the land. This eerie association led people to believe that Scorpius held Libra's scales to weigh who would live and who would die. It was said that only when the archer, Sagittarius, rose in the sky would the darkness be driven away. Libra's balance had shifted, its role now intertwined with fate, death, and the unforgiving hand of nature. Despite its transformations over the centuries, Libra has remained a symbol of balance, fairness, and cosmic order. It has ruled over Italy, especially Rome, and influenced countless myths and legends. Even today, Libra continues to mark equilibrium, the tipping point between light and darkness. And though its human figure may have vanished, the hands of gods, emperors, and cosmic forces still seem to hold its scales in the vast night sky. That brings us to the end of today's episode, but the Zodiac's journey isn't over yet. Next time we delve into the depths of Scorpius, the sign of power, passion, and destruction. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow Mythic Cosmos. Until next time, keep looking up. The myths are written in the stars.